Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is healing from inner blocks that make it very difficult for us to deal with any kind of authority or governmental bureaucracy or anything like that. So basically, I'm gonna kind of zoom in here. So this topic has been sitting with me for at least a week or so, but I wasn't quite sure in what form I would put it, and today it came to me. So first of all, I put a bunch of wooden blocks here, kind of like a wall, and they are the blocks or the things that are blocking us from simply dealing with stuff, from simply confronting things that need to be dealt with. That, again, could be any kind of interaction with some kind of authority, anything official, governmental, or, anything bureaucratic, anything of that sort. And what I was shown is that it's usually, I have two blocks that I put together like a little house, and I have a mini cradle here, or, well, a crib, right? So representing our early childhood and the home, right? So the home setting that we grew up in, that we were born into, and the abuse and dysfunction that we were exposed to and that we grew up with. And it's funny, my voice is going funny again right at that moment. So there's definitely something where our voice was not being heard, or it was suppressed. We were not able to actually speak in a way that we were heard, or like our voice, like whatever we had to say didn't count. It was dismissed, right, by the authority figures in our childhood. So usually that would be our parents or any other caregivers that you might have had. It could be older siblings, other relatives, foster parents, step parents, and so on, right? But it can also be from past lifetimes, or it could be passed down through your lineages. So if there were war times, and also in particular, if you either in a past lifetime or if any of your ancestors were persecuted, or if, like, for example, in a past lifetime you were a slave and you couldn't really have any rights and voice your opinion and have a healthy interaction with authority, right? So there was a lot of fear inflicted upon you, then this is the perfect ceremony for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down this wall, and that shall be, I've already prepared it. So those blocks that were blocking us, as we're healing them, they shall be the building blocks and stepping stones of our healing and ascension journey, so that they help us actually heal and elevate and raise our vibration and, be a part of our ascension journey. Okay, now that's like today's, but there's a connection to what I did a few days ago. And my apologies, I'm also dealing with like a 3D deadline right now, so that's why I haven't been posting daily or almost daily. But so this was the healing that I did for healing emotional wounds, reflected or represented by a magnification from the National Geographic magazine about anti-inflammation. where this looked kind of like that when they magnified the healing tissue of a wound, capturing the red blood cells. And this is the candle that I had. Excuse me, my voice is going again. See, there's something going on with the voice, and they are connected. That's why I feel like this is a continuation of that, because that's the wound that was inflicted in our early childhood. And there can be additional past life stuff and hereditary, like genetic stuff in our lineages or culturally inherited. But sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. So if you look at the wax in this glass, it looks like a buffalo, or at least that's what I see in it, right? So we're going to ask the spirit of the buffalo for help, because the buffalo, like I've worked with buffalo energy when I needed to be able to confront a situation or a person or something that I was a bit afraid of, or I felt intimidated, or, you know, I was causing a lot of delays dealing with something because it's like I just couldn't really face it or anything like that, right? So, and I have a little stone figurine that's a buffalo, and I have it just facing the wall this way right now, but then after that, I'm going to turn it around, or actually it might help, break down the wall, and then we're going to work with the buffalo so that we can confront situations in a strong and healthy way. Okay, so, oh yeah, let's smudge and then call in our spirit guides. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and any and all hurt, pain, suffering, and trauma, and flood us with massive amounts of divine healing, love, light, energy, blessings, and protections. Whew, and so it is, all my relations. So I'm just trying to reach over. I thought I had some eagle feathers around here, but I don't know where I put them. Sorry. Okay, so let's call in our spirit guides. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, dear Mother Earth, our ancestors that are in the light, and Great Spirit of the Fire, as well as the buffalo today, and the other three elements, air, earth, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protections with all of your powers. Thank you. And the banishing of any and all toxic energies and trauma that we no longer need in our lives now. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings prayer. Oh, sorry, I just said that. My brain's a little bit. Please close the circle of protection around us and keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh. Let's start with calling on the Great Spirit of the Buffalo to give us the strength and the courage to face any and all people, situations, and places that have to do with authority, that scare us on some level, or that where we feel blocked, where we feel intimidated, or where we're simply procrastinating and we don't know why, or anything else where we just have this heaviness in our gut and we just don't want to deal with it. We want to run for the hills and we don't want to deal with it. Please help us heal all of that by healing from any and all childhood pain and trauma that was caused by anyone who had authority over us in any way, shape, or form in our childhood, especially in our early childhood. Whoops. Ah, interesting too, and it's falling over. Where we lost our centeredness, our groundedness, our balance, and we lost our strength. And it's like we fell over in a sense, like not like figuratively speaking, not literally, right? And please, Great Spirit of the Buffalo, help us face, recognize, and understand what it was that traumatized us in our childhood, and also if there was anything from past lifetimes and our lineage, from our cultural inheritance and so on, that we need to heal. Please bring it all to the surface. Help us see it, face it, deal with it, disconnect from it, and let it go with love. Now and forever, we bless it with love and let it go, releasing it forever from our lives and freeing all of us from this darkness, from this shadow that has been holding us back in this lifetime. We shall now and forever be free. That shall be applied to body, mind, spirit, soul, energy fields, karmically, and throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And so it is, all my relations and all these blocks that have been preventing us from simply actively taking charge of our lives and dealing with everything that needs to be dealt with. All these blocks, all this wall that was in front of us shall now and forever come tumbling down, and they shall lay at our feet, and we shall have the buffalo. I wanted to say by our side, but I'm placing it in front so that we can confront things, okay? Let those blocks be transmuted and transformed into our building blocks for our healing and ascension, to help us climb the spiritual ladder in a sense, to ascend, to raise our vibration, and to climb up to claim and fulfill our soul purpose, our soul mission that still needs us to be fully in charge of our own lives, and this is a part of it. So healing from this is very important, and that's like the wound, the childhood wound that we're healing. Wow. Sorry, 1 second. I have to interrupt this because what just came to me was basically like baby Jesus. And it kind of, whoops, sorry, now that fell out. So not the home part, but the crib in the, in the whole setting. And this whole thing of how Jesus took on the sins of others to help everyone heal. So many of us have done that or were forced into that role by narcissists, where we might have either been the scapegoat or we voluntarily took the blame sometimes so that someone else wouldn't get punished and so on, or we just didn't care. It's like, yeah, who cares? Just blame me, whatever. I don't care. Right? So all of that now needs to be healed because we shall no longer be the punching bag or the scapegoat or anything else for anyone else, because that keeps us from being in our power, and that keeps those other people also from being in their power. So we now step into a time in history where we no longer look for a savior on the outside, but on the inside instead. We are healing and saving ourselves by doing the inner work, the healing. So that's how we've evolved since then. And I personally believe that those were Jesus's original teachings that were just twisted and hijacked by the dark. But anyway, that's a story for another day, and I don't want to really get too much into that. It's just, if you look at the Lost Gospel of Thomas, then you'll get a sense of what I'm referring to. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. We are now claiming our full power, and we're no longer allowing others to put us down, to make us feel less than. And we no longer put ourselves down, also not in false modesty, in toxic modesty, but we know our self-worth. We love and respect ourselves, which then allows us to love and respect others. And I was just being guided that we need to call back any lost and stolen soul fragments from hell or whatever you believe in, wherever the place of the dark is. So let us go into those places of darkness, and we call back all of our lost and stolen soul fragments. They shall be healed, cleansed, cleared, and renewed, and be returned to us, and they shall be reintegrated into our energy field, into us in any and all forms in this lifetime and moving forward. So these could be soul fragments from past lifetimes, or soul fragments that we lost in our childhood, and so on. We call them all back now. And any and all soul contracts with the dark, working with the dark or for the dark, or where there's any connection with the dark, they shall now be null and voided by the highest divine power. They are no longer valid. I don't want to say broken, because they're finished, completed, voided, and nil. They're no longer valid. And any and all vows that we have taken, that our soul has taken, same thing. They shall now be finished and completed and be no longer valid. Anything that is in connection with the dark, we claim it all back and we fully take our power back. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. Oh, definitely. Oh, and let's pull any and all remaining blocks out of our throat chakra and cast it into the light for healing and transmutation and to be returned to source energy for reintegration. And we shall be massively flooded, and especially our throat chakra shall be massively. Please actually touch your throat with your hands and picture pure white divine light, or if you prefer golden light, or sometimes I like silver light too for that, because that to me is the galactic origin. But picture that pure divine light entering your throat chakra. And from there, it is spreading through your whole body, up and down, into every part of your body, into your limbs. And it overflows and surrounds you, and until you have a massive protective bubble of protection of pure divine love light energy all around you. And that's wow, there's definitely still some interference, so nothing and no one is being sold. That is done. That shall be put into the light for healing, and we shall have our protective shield sealed with a divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. Oh, Okay, let the ceremony now be finished, and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And thank you all for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for working on your own healing and ascension. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love and light, many blessings, and be well until next time. Bye.